Hi, I hope you're doing well from wherever you're watching this channel, depending on your time zone. Now, the Githurai traders requested for an interview on Mutembei TV to air out some of the grievances they feel that they have to address directly to this William Ruto and Gachagua's regime. And if you listen to the issues they were talking about, number one, they were addressing the issue of Rigathi and Ruto referring to the youth in Mount Kenya region, specifically Kikuyus as Mungiki. Number two, they are demanding Rigathi Gachagua to resign and Babu Owino replace him. I think you understand what it means. Number three, they are addressing the issue of high cost of living. Then lastly, they are demanding William Ruto to give them the jobs that he promised during campaign. And because of all these things, the residents from Githurai and Kiambu at large are finally calling for mass action. They need a demonstration because they believe that this regime is not yet willing to listen to them, and seemingly they have no any strategy to deliver anything on what they promised. The only problem they are seeing is that they are being victimized as Mungiki, and is a plan to silence them. But seemingly they are not ready to be silenced by this regime. Listen to them shortly, then from here we're going to continue with this conversation.
Nataka niongee na William Samoei Ruto. Hawa ni wababa na watoto. Na hakuna baba anaingia kwa nyumba na ambia watoto mimi ni baba yenu. Lakini ukiingia na tamu, baba anajua kama ni baba. Na ukiingia na kitu, mama anajua kama wewe ni baba. Nataka niambie William Ruto. Ulituambia wewe ni commander in chief. Hawa ni vijana. Wako njaa. Kuja washike kama wewe ni commander in chief. Hata tutafurahia kukaa huku nje tunalala miaka yote. Jambo la tatu, mimi naitwa Jonde Azimio miaka yote. Mimi ni mwanabiashara. Mimi nilisimama hapa Githurai, nikawaambia kitu ya kwanza, kama uko na akili hapa Githurai, uwezi toa Waihenya uweke Mwafrika. Uweke Mwafrika. Sayana wauzia basari, unaleta 2,000, unaleta 7,000. Kitu ya tatu, nataka niambie Gachagua. Gachagua, wewe uliingia MP jana. Ukakuwa MP, Ruto akakuhurumia. Wewe ukakuwa deputy president, bado hujatoka kuwa MP, bado na reason kama MP. Kama umeshinda na kazi ya deputy president, ingiza hapo Babu Owino atafanya kazi. Kitu ya ine, nataka niambie Minister wa Agriculture, atulituambia tukule mchele tusikule ugali. Manake ugali umepandisha, na umepandisha juu ya kitu moja. Mkubwa wako ambaye anaitwa Ruto ni mwanabiashara, na yeye ndiye amekuwa cartel, anaagiza mahindi. Alituambia amechukua shamba Zambia, apandie mahindi ya Kenya alete hapa ndio wakaalewa kufe. Unamjua? Sisi tunataka kuambia William Ruto, Wakikuyu wanalima mahindi, Waluya wanalima mahindi. Hapa Kenya kuna pandwa mahindi. Tunatubeba ufala, tuambia tu gasi itakuwa 300. Ukikuuliza ya pili, unasema ulisema mtungi. Sasa tutarudi tena tuseme kama tumeoa, useme hatujaoa. Manake ndio maana umegeuza hawa vijana, ulisema ni hustler. Sasa unawaita Mungiki. Kitu ya tatu, ya sita, nataka niambie Raila Amolo Odinga. Sasa unatuchelewesha. Hapa Githurai maandamano imeitwa haraka sana. Ndio maana tumeita huyo the Uhurus, Naomi Kahiga. Atumeita na tukaita hii media Mutembei, ndio vitu zetu, maoni yetu viweze kusikika. Ukiangalia kwa hii kiwanja, hao watu wote wamelala. Watu wamelala juu wako na kazi, wanalala juu hawana kazi. Wewe ulituambia William Samoei Ruto, ukiweka Biblia chini, unga itakuwa 100. Ni kama hujaweka bado Biblia chini, ni kama iko na Mackenzie. Nikwambie leo William Samoei Ruto Mimi Azimio miaka yote nitume kama uliacha Biblia Shakahola, niende Shakahola, kitu ya 7 nataka niambie Gachagua, kitu tu umetusaidia ni moja. Ukiingia kwa deputy president ulikuwa unavaa makoti kubwa sana. Sasa hii serikali imekusaidia, unavaa koti mzuri, suti mzuri, na ndio maana unaita vijana mungiki. Sisi hatutishwi, tunatishwa tu na 16%, tunatishwa na hiyo 3%. Azimio Uhuru Raila nataka tuambie Uhuru Kenyatta, usichelewe. Kama ni kupasua hii Kenya, pasua saa hii. Kila mtu manage Kenya kwanza ni kampuni, na sisi hatukuchagua kampuni. Kama ni kampuni tupe kazi, tusi kampuni ni malaya wamekaa huko.
Now we are continuing the packet discussion, but that's a quick request for those who are watching and you are not subscribed, please consider subscribing. From M-Pesa, I must say thank you so much, and again to all our viewers, please give this video a thumbs up. Thank you so much, and back to this discussion. Now, some of the youth who are speaking here voted for Raila Odinga, but Chebukati shortchanged the electorate. Some voted for William Samoei Ruto, but there is one thing they're learning, that they are on their own. Ruto is not for them, and seemingly they have to fight their way. They came to realize this from the time when Gachagua started the narrative of referring to the people or youth in Mount Kenya region who are being viewed as hustlers and as of now, Mungiki. From that time, Gachagua made that comment and warned parents that they will not allow Mungiki to come back. Youth in Mount Kenya realize that it is time now. They have either to come out and speak their mind loudly, and if not, they will be subdued by Gachagua and the team. Then from there, Ruto picked it. It became a serious warning. They reminded the Kenyans on how Mungiki frustrated people. We know all that, but you cannot use that to victimize the entire community. You can't use that to frame the youth in Mount Kenya region just to subdue them that they cannot speak their mind. Seemingly, they are tired of that kind of intimidation, and that's why they are coming out to speak their mind. Now they are demanding for mass action. They are telling Gachagua, the only thing you have improved is your dressing code from oversized coats, and now you are in a fitting suit. Besides this, there is nothing they can recognize him about apart from the issue of victimizing the youth. So they are realizing that Gachagua cannot work for their interest. It is time they speak their mind. That is very clear. So, if Ruto thought that he will victimize youth, you can try to do that, but it will reach a time when it will be too much to contain the situation. And when that time comes, this youth will speak their mind, and they have started. After they realize that the bill has passed, especially that touching on VAT, on fuel VAT, from 8% to 16%, then youth knows that they are on their own. But one thing I can say here, in as much they are calling for mass action, Raila should not be the person they are looking for to lead mass action. If they want to succeed in this mass action, it is the people in Githurai to organize for mass action. Let them start demonstrating, then from there, the time the government will become hostile is when Raila will join them. That's how they can succeed in this mass action. That's when the Azimio leadership will join them. But if they will be sitting there and waiting to ask Raila Odinga to call for mass action, I think they are not sincere on what they are asking for. They might be willing, but they should be sincere. Being sincere means you turn out in your numbers. Then from there, once you are being frustrated by police, when you are to this regime, That's when then the Azimio leadership will come in your defense and they will join you in that. The most of successful demonstration has always started by the people, not leaders in opposition. That one should be clear. Number two, they are asked Gachagua to resign and Babu Owino to take over. That means Gachagua is a big failure. They are viewing Gachagua as a failure and they view Babu Owino as a person who seemingly is worth that office compared to Gachagua in competence. You know what it means? Gachagua has reduced the deputy president office to an office of threat, intimidation, and tribalism. That's far he can do. Because of that, he's not worth that office. Now, they are addressing the issue of taxes. It is very clear. We have discussed this one, and everyone knows what it means. Because of this, everyone, whether you are working, whether you are not working, whether you are running a private business, you will be touched in one way or another. Kila mtu anaenda kusikia joto ya hii ushuru. The truth. No shortcut. And because of this, the only way to communicate with this government is through mass action. And this government will understand this if this mass action is going to be driven by the common mwananchi. Sio Raila mwenye Ruto akona namba yake anaweza kampigia amulilie, hapana, iongozwe na wananchi. Then you have talked about the issue of Zambia maize and all those other things. We know all these scandals have been here. You add it to the issue of the oil, edible oil and other things. It tells you that youth, you are on your own. This regime promised job for youth, but seemingly it was connection with the people who have, who are close allies to William Samoei Ruto. Those who have connections have jobs. But you youth, you have no space in this government. And the only way to deal with you is to refer to you as Mungeki. That's what they are doing. So it's time people come out and speak their mind and lead this mass action from front, but not from behind. That's how you can succeed. If not, then Ruto and Gachagua will continue to confront you, to victimize you, and to silence you. Then you will carry the burden of this government through taxes which will be pocketed in these few individuals' pockets. That is the current political situation in this country.